I didn't realise this about you. You moved out of home at 15 to go and do your music. Is that
right.
true? That is so young to move out.
Yeah, I guess, well, I wanted to do music, and when I was living in Kosovo from the age of 11 to 15,
Yeah.
it's really when you don't have the opportunity to do something. At least while I was there, I didn't feel like I could get my music out, to as many people as possible, or do this on like a global scale. I wanted to go back to London and, I guess do it in a place where everything was happening. I guess I just didn't have, kind of what's happening now with music is you can be anywhere in the world and you can put anything on streaming services and it can be heard all over the world. Whereas now you kind of don't have that opportunity. Well, when I was 15, I didn't really have that opportunity. So that was the reason why I moved to London, and I was very determined.
So 15 and living in London, which I've been to many times, a giant city. Were you by yourself, or like how did you do that at 15?
Yeah, I had a housemate who was also from Kosovo that my parents knew. And that kind of did lighten everything and made it much easier for my parents to let me move to London on my own. But London was always home, and I had lots of friends there, and I would always be on the phone to my parents and they'd come and visit. And we became, even, I have a really good relationship with my family, and we became even closer.
Yeah, now look, I saw you the other day and we were getting some photos taken, and there was a couple, well, it was a lady and her daughter that were from Kosovo, and you guys were speaking in it. I don't understand the language. Someone said it sounds similar to French, but Kosovo has got its own language. Is this right?
Yeah, it's Albanian.
Albanian
that we speak,
is
but
what
in
you speak.
Kosovo,
Yeah.
It's Albanian with a different kind of dialect.
Okay.
To what the people in Albania speak.
Yeah, and does it sound similar to French? Am I right, or are we just ignorant?
I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of a language that it's not really similar to anything. Mm-hmm. It's one of the oldest Indo-European languages, I believe.
Okay.
I don't quite know all the details into it, but it's not in any relation to any Slavic language.
Yeah, gotcha. So you can really speak that in private with someone and no one will know what you're talking about. Like here in Australia, not many people.
Unless they're Albanian, and there's lots of Albanians everywhere.
Yeah,
so.
Okay, maybe not then, yeah. All right, well, we've got to talk about the tooth then. So you come all the way out here, and then did it just happen when you got here that your wisdom teeth started playing up?
Well, do you know what? I've kind of, wisdom teeth have kind of been flaring up for about a year, but it would like hurt for like a couple of days and then it would stop for like a few months and then again, and I just thought that's what was happening.
Yeah.
And the pain just kind of got worse and worse, and every time I was performing and jumping around, it was just like an awful pain.
Yeah.
All down the side of my face, and I was like, okay, I think I should just go check this out.
Yeah. And
then it turns out that I had like an extra wisdom tooth impacting on the main wisdom tooth. It was just like an extra 33rd tooth.
So did you get them taken out? Is that what happened when you were here? Yeah, ouch. Okay.
Yeah, I had to get all three removed.
Oh, so. I don't even have mine. So that at least you're wise. I'm clearly an idiot.
Full of wisdom. Had to be knocked down a couple of pegs. So.
Yeah. Well, and then you recovered. Well, you're still recovering, really, aren't you? And and you performed at Luna Park. And during the show, you gave a really empowering speech. It left some people in tears, apparently, saying to be to be unapologetically you. What is it you mean by that? And do you find it hard to stick to that mantra of being, as we all do in the entertainment industry? Do you find people want to mold you a certain way?
I think when I wrote that song, that was a lot about someone trying to mold me and change my ways. And I think the most important thing is to remember that you are you and you are made the way you are, because that's who you are. That's how you should be. That's what you should be proud of. That's what you should be representing. And you shouldn't be afraid of, the consequences of being yourself and being your true self. And that's, I think something to really live by every day.
And you feel that you haven't been pushed in any direction? You can be you? I mean, have you resisted any attempts to do that?
Yeah, 100%. I've always, from the very beginning, I've had such a clear idea of, who I am, and I just didn't really ever want to change.
Have you got an example of where they've been like, oh, I want you to wear this, or dye your hair blonde, or sing about this, or is there anything that you've gone like, nah, not doing that?
No, it's kind of been from the beginning, like before I even signed my record deal, I wanted to have like a clear idea of what my sound would be. And so that, I would kind of go in looking for people that believed in the same thing that I did, and that I would never really struggle with the whole having to change my identity or do something different or something that I wasn't willing to do from the very beginning. And I think I kind of set it up that way that I just never had to really go through that.
Now, apparently one of your hidden talents is that you're a really good speller. Is this true?
Oh dear. I mean, I am.
What about this word then? Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia.
O-N.
Yep.
O-M-A.
Keep going. Yeah.
E-P-A-E-I-A.
Basically.
P-A-E-I-A, something like that.
Yes, yeah.
I need to write it down.
Do you get really annoyed then?
Yeah.
Do you get annoyed by people that don't know your and your correctly, or there and to, and all those words that people get wrong? Are you a real like a stickler for grammar on that?
No. I mean, I try and get it right, but I'm not I don't get mad.
Okay.
When other people don't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty chill. But
okay. No, it doesn't bother you. Emma, the co-host of this show, who's off on maternity leave, is terrible with that. If I write his, like I was talking about my dad and I wrote H-I-S instead of H-E-apostrophe-S, and she gets really annoyed by that. It's like, get the hell over it. Who cares? Now.
Oh, yeah, no.
Good.
I can't relate, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Yeah, you can do it, but you're not a stickler and making everyone else. Now, at the Brit Awards back in February, you took your little brother and sister up on stage with you when you won an award. Are you guys really close? Because I wouldn't do that. When I have won radio awards, that's right, everyone, I've won many. I don't bring my sister. I bring a date. Why did you bring your family? You must really like them.
Yeah, I do, and they've always been with me every step of the way, and it was a really special night for all of us. You know, they're so supportive, and I guess we're all kind of doing this all together. And I do everything for my little brother and sister, and me doing this shows them that they can do anything.
Do you think
they put their minds to if they work hard? And yeah, I wanted them to experience that moment.
Do you think they'll want to get into the music biz as well, or you're going to keep them out of it?
I don't know what they want to do. They honestly, they're quite young, but I think they're smart kids and they'll figure it out. I'm just here to support them in whatever way they need morally, to just make sure that they know that they can do whatever they put their mind to.
Wow, you're a better sibling than I am. Now, New Rules, the song, you gave girls rules on how to get over an ex. How many rules were there? 1, 2, 3.
Well, 3, kind of 4.
4, yeah. What's the? Okay, well, let's go through them. What's number 1?
Don't pick up the phone.
Number 2.
Don't let him in.
Yeah, and 3.
Don't be his friend.
Right, and so how is there 4?
Well, 4 is the one, if you're under him, you're not getting over him.
Which is very true. Now,
it's kind of like a 4th rule. I feel like it's the most important rule.
Yeah, but then you can't be under him unless you picked up the phone and let him in as well. So I get you. It's like 3 and 4.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. So,
and you stick by it. I got to say, I hand out a lot of advice on this show. I've got segments where I help single guys and shit, but I always tend to end up with crazy girls and make the same mistakes again and again. Do you stick by these rules? Are you preaching? Are you practicing what you preach?
I mean, when it's a toxic relationship and I know that it's something that it's not good for me, then I definitely don't go back.
Yep. You've learnt that. You've got the rules. Okay. Yeah. Because, a lot of people can talk about it, but they don't necessarily do it. Because,
no.
My rule.
What's your rule?
Okay. Once I break up with someone, I block and delete them from everything. I mean, even email, WhatsApp, everything.
You are very good at following the new rules. I must say, you put me to shame.
You reckon? I put you to shame.
I mean, it really depends on the kind of breakup. If it was like a friendly breakup and you're like friends and you care about each other, then it's okay to not block them and delete their number and whatever. But honestly, sometimes you go through some breakups that you just wish never happened, and you're like, right, I'm going to get rid of you. And the first thing you do is delete everything.
Yeah, well, okay, maybe I've taught you something. Dua Lipa, we've got to let you go. Before we do, my producer Nat just wanted to buzz in. Yeah, Nat?
Yeah, well, I'm a massive fan, Dua. I just think you're so talented. But I'm not the only big fan. Mikey himself has been really excited about this interview, and I've got some audio here to play for you. This is him talking about you just this week alone, if I can play that for you.
So Dua Lipa, who we all know you're obsessed with, Mikey.
She is on the show next week, I think.
How exciting.
Yeah, I'm going to marry her.
You're going to marry her?
That's what's happening on the show.
Congratulations.
First question will be, Dua Lipa, welcome to the show. How are you? Second question,
And
will you marry
setting the
me?
wedding date as well. Yeah,
it's
cool.
good. I am just, I'm going to need a big giant notebook on my lap, you know?
She is so hot.
I know.
by the way.
Yeah, every girl says she's hot too. Yeah.
Mikey, if you could date a celebrity, who would it be?
Oh, Dua Lipa. Never settle for any less. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, you played it very cool up till now.
Yeah, I know, right? I thought I was in.
Yeah, I would have never guessed. I would have never guessed.
Well, I'll let you go then.
All right, thanks.
Oh, my
I
God.
appreciate it. That's very sweet of you.
Yeah.
Thank
okay.
you.
The notebook one was great. Dua Lipa, thanks a lot. We'll
Thank you.
talk another time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
The Edge.